Remembrance of Allah is an ethics of every good Muslim and a fiber-tic backbone of every Mu'min. The more recited, the more closer you become to your Maker. And the more recited, the more you polish your faith. The more recited, the more also the protection for you is guaranteed. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله الذي هدانا لهذا وما كنا لنهتدي لولا أن هدانا الله والصلاة والسلام على أشرف المرسلين محمد بن عبد الله وعلى آله وصحبه ومن والاهم وبعد. إخوة المسلمين يوصيكم ونفسي بتقوى الله فإنها وصية الأولين والآخرين وقوله تعالى فتزودوا فإن خير زاد التقوى. أوهيكم بتحية الإسلام تحية أهل الجنة تحية الصادقون الصالحون نبيون تحية الملائكون تحية من عند الله المبارك وهي السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبعد. Dear brothers and sisters in Islam, welcome to another edition of Dhul Hijjah series. Today, presented by Muslim Council of Hong Kong. Today's topic is Remembrance of Allah. Simply put, Azkar. Remembrance of Allah is an ethics of every good Muslim and a fiber-tik backbone of every Mu'min. The more recited, the more closer you become to your Maker. And the more recited, the more you polish your faith. The more recited, the more also the protection for you is guaranteed. You see, Azkar, you cannot just be a good Muslim or a Mu'min without anchoring your life on Azkar, without anchoring your life on remembrance of Allah. In fact, the more recited, it also nourishes your heart, of which in Quran chapter 8 verse 2, Allah mentioned وَجَلَتْ قُلُوبُهُمْ وَإِذَا تُلِيَتْ عَلَيْهِمْ آيَاتُهُ زَادَتْهُمْ إِيمَانًا وَعَلَى رَبِّهِمْ يَتَوَكَّلُونَ. You see, anytime it's recited to you, it nourishes and comforts your heart, and also what increases your faith, and for to him that we put our trust. So you can see that there is enormous benefit of what Azkar, remembrance of Allah. So let us try to do well in it at any time, at any level. In fact, let's reflect our minds into what happened to some of the prophets, and I quote only two of them, which is Prophet Yunus in Quran chapter 37 and Prophet Ayub in Quran chapter 38, Surah Al-Safat, where Prophet Yunus was thrown into a deep water, swallowed by a fish, a very big fish. He remained in the stomach. At that very positioning in that stomach, do you know what he was doing? In fact, he was reciting what? He was remembering of Allah. Where Allah said, and I quote, فلولا أنه كان من المسبحين للبث في بطنه إلى يوم يبعثون. If not for him remembering of Allah, reciting the words of Allah, subhanallah, alhamdulillah, Allahu Akbar, tasbih. So he was doing it, Allahu Akbar, he was doing it several times. Allah said, I would have allowed you to remain there till Yawm al-Qiyam. So now Allah saved him by allowing the fish to come out from the water to vomit him. After that, he also do what? He gave him messengership. You see? And after which, he also do what? He allowed them to believe in him and obey him and follow him. He said, فَأَرْسَلْنَا إِلَى مِئَةٍ أَلْفٍ أَوْ يَزِيدُونَ فَآمَنُوا بِهِ فَمَتَّعْنَاهُمْ إِلَى حِينٍ. You see, I allow him, he gave him the messengership, and he allowed his people to follow him, obey him, and follow him. That's what only every prophet want, and Allah granted him. Why? It's the benefit of Azkar. In fact, Anabi Ayub alayhi salatu wasalam in chapter 38, Surah Al-Sa'ad, also was afflicted with a very strange illness. But at the point when he was remembering Allah, he was always reciting, remembering Allah, doing a lot of tasbih. Allah granted him what? Shifa, by asking him to strike his leg on the ground, the water coming, oozing. Use drink and what? Bath, and you'll be cured. And in fact, he was cured. In fact, this what happened to the prophet. Some of the prophets, when Allah granted them the opportunity. Now, let us come to one aspect of Azkar, which is Azkar al-Sabah wa Masa. And some of ulamas have done a very great job on it. Let's consider one or two of them. Ibn Qayyim, who said, the morning and evening Azkar play the role of shield it shields you. The more recite, the more the thicker the wall. The more recite, the thicker the wall. Then he said the strength can reach to the extent that when there is somebody throws an arrow to you, it will turn back to affect the person who throws it. Then Sheikh Husaymin, he said the morning and evening askar are a stronger fortress than the wall of Yajuj or Majuj. We know the wall of Yajuj or Majuj when you go to the latter part of chapter 18, Surah Al-Kahf, where Anabi Zulkarnain helped them to build the wall. It built the wall on what? With the metals. But here is the case. Sheikh Hussein referring it to it, is alluding to it, is symbolizing it to the wall that Askar is what? Stronger than that. So let us dwell in Askar. Ibn Kathir also said, wear the coat of Askar so you can be protected from all the calamities of the evil of women and jinns. You know, there is a lot of calamities. So when you recite Askar, remembrance of Allah, in much more, you'll be protected and Allah will shield you from all these calamities. Now, I would like us to remember that we are in the month of Hijjah, the first 10 days which Allah sweat by it. So it is, the benefit of it is enormous. Let us try to increase our good deeds. Also on the 9th of Arafah, people who are in Hajj will be reciting the best of all, the Allahu Akbar, La ilaha illallah, Allahu Akbar, and the rest. So we are also in the house. Let us emulate it and recite it and fast on that day so that Allah is the best of all day. وآخر دعوانا الحمد لله رب العالمين. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك.